Imagine Lagos, 2026. Not the Lagos you might know, but a sprawling, shimmering smart city. Glass towers pierce the clouds. Automated flying vehicles glide silently through neon-lit streets. And at its heart beats the digital altar, a central AI that governs every aspect of life. He manages the economy, directs traffic, even allocates resources. The city's elite, the so-called media kings, believe they've built a utopia, a testament to technological prowess. But beneath the polished chrome and holographic ads, something is deeply wrong. The system is glitching. Financial markets fluctuate erratically. Power grids fail without warning. The media kings and their top engineers dismiss it as a complex technical issue, a bug in the code that they will eventually patch. They are blind to the truth, because this isn't a technical problem, it's a spiritual one. Now, let me introduce you to Zola. To the media kings, she's invisible, an e-waste scavenger, one of the many who live in the sprawling underbelly of the city, sifting through the discarded tech of the wealthy. Her official title is sanitation technician, a fancy term for a cleaner. She cleans their screens, their server rooms, their digital temples. They walk past her without a second glance, completely unaware that this humble young woman is a gatekeeper, a descendant of a hidden priesthood that understands the spiritual fabric of the world. Zola knows the truth about the glitches. She can feel it. It's a discordant frequency, a spiritual static corrupting the city's core. Her ancestors didn't have smart cities. They had a deep connection to the land and to the heavens. They had what they called a lean diet, not just a food, but a spirit, a diet of truth, prayer, and fasting that kept their spiritual senses sharp. While the media kings gorge themselves on data and power, Zola nourishes herself with ancient wisdom passed down through generations. One night, everything changes. Zola is on her cleaning shift in the heart of the city, the central server room of the digital altar. It's a vast, cold chamber, humming with the power of 1,000,000 processors. It's supposed to be empty at this hour, but it isn't. Hiding in the shadows, she sees the high CEO himself, the most powerful of all the media kings. He's not alone. He stands before a console, but he's not typing code. He's chanting. Zola's blood runs cold. The words are ancient, twisted, a dark incantation she recognizes from the warnings of her grandmother. The high CEO is making an impartation, a pact with a familiar spirit. He's offering a sacrifice, not of blood, but of data, the privacy, the security, the very identity of every citizen in Lagos, traded for a surge of personal power and control. He is deliberately weaving a dark, occult frequency into the city's operating system. The glitches aren't bugs. They are the symptoms of a spiritual infection, a demonic malware designed to enslave the city's soul. Zola's heart hammers in her chest. Fear gives way to a righteous anger. She remembers the stories of her ancestors, who stood against corrupt kings and false prophets. They didn't have technology, but they had authority from on high. She looks down at her hands. In one, she holds her cleaning tools. In the other, a modified data stylus she uses to troubleshoot discarded electronics. She calls it her digital staff. In that moment, it transforms in her mind into something more the pen of a ready writer, the staff of an apostle. To truly understand what happens next, you have to shift your perspective. Think of faith and integrity as the source code of the universe. It's the original, perfect programming from the Creator. The Media Kings, with their greed and occult practices, are using malware, witchcraft, betrayal, and corruption to hack their way to the top. They think they are the ultimate coders, but the true system administrators are those who remain connected to the original developer. In this divine system, a single line of truth code from a child of God can overwrite $9 billion worth of corruption. Zola knows she can't fight the high CEO with his own weapons. She can't out-hack him on a technical level, but she doesn't need to. Her fight is not against flesh and blood or even silicon and wire. It's against principalities and powers, against the spiritual darkness infecting her city. She pulls out her digital staff, but she isn't trying to write a counter-virus or break through firewalls. She closes her eyes and begins to pray. The lean diet of her ancestors has prepared her for this moment. She isn't just speaking words. She is writing a new code into the spiritual atmosphere, a code of truth, of righteousness, of divine authority. She's not hacking the system. She's jamming the power of the occult frequency. She's overriding the demonic malware with a pure, powerful source code of heaven. As she prays, the hum of the servers begins to change. The rhythmic pulse of the digital altar falters. The holographic displays flicker wildly. The high CEO stops his chanting, his face a mask of confusion and rage. He sees Zola, the cleaner, standing there with her eyes closed, her hand gripping a simple stylus. He screams at his security AI to apprehend her, but the system is unresponsive. He's losing control. The frequency he was broadcasting is being drowned out by a higher, purer signal. Then, with a final, booming prayer from Zola, it happens. A shockwave of pure energy, not electrical, but spiritual, rips through the server room. The digital altar crashes. Every screen in the city, from the massive, holographic billboards in the sky to the personal devices in every home, goes black. For a moment, there is a profound, citywide silence. The entire technological heart of Lagos has stopped beating. The Media Kings thought they owned the city's soul. They believed their power was absolute, their control unbreakable. But they never accounted for the girl who cleans their screens. They never imagined she held the master key, not to their servers, but to the heavens. Then, as the system begins to reboot, something miraculous occurs. One by one, the screens flicker back to life, but they don't show the usual ads or data streams. On every single screen, from the smallest watch face to the largest building-side display, a single image appears, Zola's face, and then her voice, no longer the quiet whisper of a scavenger, but an apostolic voice, booming with the authority of the Almighty, echoes through every street, every home, every corner of the smart city. She isn't speaking tech jargon or political rhetoric. She is speaking life. She is calling the people of Lagos back from the brink of digital enslavement, back from the worship of technology and wealth, back to their true source, their true identity, their true King, Jesus Christ. The cyber oracle has spoken, not through an AI, but through a humble vessel chosen to reset not just a system, but the heart of a nation. The reign of the Media Kings is over. A new era has begun. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's keep spreading stories of faith that overcome the world. See you in the next one.